Hi everyone, and welcome back to my space, to my hologram. I hope you're doing well. Today is November the 9th, right? In Europe that would be actually 9/11, but here in the Western continent, 9/11, here they start with the month and then the day. And so this November the 9th is going to culminate into the 11/11. So those who work with energies, and those are the grid workers and gatekeepers who work with stargates and portals, right? Very important for ascension, right? Doing all this correction, even in the 11 stargate. Okay, and so we can finally ascend, because the 9/11, that was the phantom matrix timeline. That's where those negative aliens, the black sun entities, right, the operations, their operations, dark operation to destroy the angelic divine luminous rays, to hook us into this AI singularity, to create robots and transhumans out of us, right? With the star seeds, we're here to override those codes of those negative aliens and their machinery, the beast machine, and the black hole technologies, the black hole entities actually coming even from the Visa system. That's, like I said, another fallen matrix from parallel universes. So again, this is complex. This is not for everybody. So thank you for those who are watching and who are working on themselves, doing either tapping or some japa mantra meditation. For some of you, maybe it may be boring thing, but I just want to repeat what we've been talking about and how important the 12D shielding is important, or the number 12, right? Very important, because here that's the original divine blueprint of our DNA, of our consciousness, is the 12 tree of life. And this is how the consciousness operates, how it the consciousness is actually intelligence, supreme intelligence, and it kind of goes through these kind of portals, dimensions, and even chakras. That's why last time we talk about chakras, right? And aligning with the Hara line here, the from 1D to 12D, how that was hijacked, right? And here star seeds and even humanity, we've been here in the phantom matrix. And those negative ones, they wanted to actually emphasize the phantom matrix through the 9/11 timeline, and all these genocidal agendas, and this cataclysm, and the whole infection and invasion of AI, and their one world order, right? And the black magic and the satanic rituals and their satellites, right? So I know this may be complex, but I'm actually helping those guys in the military, right, who've been then trained to those dark projects, how their aura energy field has been distorted, right, and kind of desecrated and weaponized. Okay, so that's why I have to do it, in order for me to help them and to reconnect with my soul group, with my soul siblings, even like soulmates or soul twins or monadic twins, and like I said, some of them, they are star seeds even from Andromeda, and they're in Hydra. Those are very dark satanic Nazi faction, or under the draconian Orion. That's why we're establishing the natural laws, right? The galactic codex under the law of one. We are the ground crew, the Ashtar Galactico main, also star seeds from Andromeda, right? The crystal star family, the Aurora races that are hosting this ascension, right? And we talk about the Karaya Sata Allah, start doing all this shielding, right? And these meditation and chanting, very important. Okay, and because we are resurrecting the diamond sun DNA, let me see, do I have it somewhere here? The diamond, we are resurrecting the diamond shield, the emerald order, right? The emerald order, we are resurrecting all that. And this is the original divine angelic diamond sun DNA twin strand blueprint. So this is what we are resurrecting, right? And that's why we are like the precious commodity, the angelic divine luminous beings, right? Precious commodities on the dark stock market, the dark net, right? And stealing technology from the good ETs, and from Pleiadians, from Arcturians, and from like I said, star seeds, from divine angelic divine luminous rays, right? And then that's how they're then creating their technology, their phantom matrices, to have us as slaves, while stealing and siphoning energy from us. So this is now under the Galactic Codex, under the Law of One, under it's all going to divine justice. It's under the cosmic sovereign law, and you know, we have to do the corrections, and we're doing the cleanup. We're the cleanup group, right? And it's not easy. That's why we're working with the violet flame of transformation, transmutation, very important, and making sure we are dissolving and resolving the ego. That's the 1, 2, 3 chakras, right? So, you know, maybe we'll probably talk about the 3 chakras, you know, what it represents. And that's why the negative ones, they were instilling these kind of interesting agendas upon humanity, all this indoctrination, all these abuses, right? Even in childhood, destroying the kind of family structure, destroying our economy, even though economy is to me is based on black magic and money magic. That's the Babylonian Empire. That's why I don't talk about much about the money structure, inflation, because there's lots of mind control, MK Ultra. Talk about politics, right? To me, it's something that is unnatural, and I am here with my project and with the Ashtar, right? Satya Sai Baba here. This is the my Holy Father. This is my spiritual family, right? We are inviting everybody to start doing the inner work, the transformational work, diving deep within. Like I said, you know, without the inner work, without really, even though you have recipe, right? You have all these ingredients, but if you don't know how to put these ingredients together, if you don't form the batter, right? Or, you know, dough for the bread, and then putting into oven and turning on that oven, right? You don't have the product, you don't have those cookies, right? It's like without this inner work, there is no really result, right? We have to raise our frequency vibration. That's why we talk about those chakras, and this is very important. Or we talk about actually how we came here, right? Incarnated in this 3D matrix. How important to be soul embodied, right? And here the star seeds, we had to reverse the metatronic reversals on that monadic plane, right? Because they were hooking us into the digital avatar, right? Through the abduction, alien hybridization, forced breeding. I have contract with the Zetas, right? And this military, you know, bases hooked to alien military bases, right? And you know, here I talk about the East Coast, and there was Jacksonville, Florida, St. Mary's, Georgia, right? These underground military bases to Montauk, New York, and their special facilities then, and going to Moon, Mars, right? So some of these, you know, here military bases like the Kruger in Jacksonville is connected to Mars, okay? To Mars colonies with humanity. They're kidnapping humanity, and whether all kinds of experimentations happening or hybridization, right? So I'm addressing that, and that's why we have to talk about the exopolitics. We have to talk about the agenda of those negative aliens, because you know, we're in this matrix that is multidimensional. We are multidimensional, that has been hijacked, and we've been here living in reverse, right? The base 10 mathematics. So making sure you're connecting to the 12D structure, the tree of light, right? The organic, the natural, with the natural sacred geometries, yantras, mantras, right? So meditating on that 12D structure, 45-degree angle, right? To reawakening your dormant DNA, so-called junk DNA, or activating your etheric DNA, the silicate matrix, right? We're just powerful co-creators with the divine. This is a powerful technology, the body with the light body, and also with the Rasha body, this Holy Mother, Divine Mother, lots of violet flame, amethyst order, right? We are connecting to our cosmic eternal self, okay? And here to become the Christos avatar, right? The avatar self, you know, this is the 10, 11, and 12 dimension, and working with the threefold founder flame, the emerald order, the gold order, and the amethyst order. That's the Rishi consciousness that we work with, right? And we also had to expand more on 16, 17, 18 dimensions, right? Because so we have the entrance now to Andromeda that is hosting this ascension, and some of us, right, we have to be the column of light shining bright. We're the portals. We're like the, you know, connecting here to the core of Mother Earth, Mother Nature, of course, connecting to the of course to Mother Earth, Mother Nature, grounding ourselves, right? And we have to, you know, hold the line, the Hara line, right? So we have to have the 12D activation and working with the threefold founder flame, very important. And how important is to do the sound healing the bija, lam, bam, ram, yam, ham, om, and invoking the violet flame, right? So this is very important for this new earth jurisdiction, for the new earth government, for the galactic council, that we are bringing the template, the energy here to this planet, right? Because we're dealing with ETs, with aliens, and US Congress signed contracts with the Zetas in 1950s, right? That was the majestic 12. So we have to address all that. That's why JFK was murdered for that, right? I guess he knew about the hybridization, all this abduction, trading it for highly advanced technology to pretty much wreak havoc on this planet, and even with those underground military bases, right? And all this undisclosed information. So this all needs to be addressed, because the proof, like I said, all these documents, the proof, all these videos, all these tapes, right? I think the tallest skyscraper in New York would not be enough to hold all these documents that has been collected and all these records. Plus, understand we're energy, we're multidimensional, right? That we also have to tune into these energies, right? Whether of that material, the energies, right? Tuning into ourselves, what we are projecting, what kind of energy we're putting out there, right? That's why, we do the shadow work. I guess people don't want to talk about the darkness. That's why the 3D ego mind, the level of intelligence 3D, right? This we need to address it and dismantle it, all these reversals and all these addictions, all these alien implants and holographic inserts, and those guys with their Nazi Neuralink, right? The CCP jets, the graphene oxides, and like I already showed, right? I showed you their aura energy field, right? It's static. They're in electrostatic bodies. So they're only waiting for the impulses, signals from satellites, right? They're in the solar system, so that needs to be ejected, right? I mean, that needs to be addressed, that needs to be arrested, okay? Because those guys, they're weaponized, okay? They weaponized me. They make transhumans out of you. We're hybrids. Now we're these cosmic star humans hybrids. I represent this kind of race because we have contracts with the Zetas and with the Greys. And some of that, it's part of my soul group, because those are actually human souls in these interesting hybrid bodies, right? We're helping them with the rehabilitation. And I have the project for DARPA, for MC, for Hydra, right? For the elite, for the cabal, because again, we are dealing with their secret society and the OTO and skull and bones, and it's all in reverse. I showed you how those guys, when you get abused, violated, right? How you're running reversals in your perceptions, you're running reversals in your aura, right? This is the way to channel your energy. On inhalation, that's your divine masculine. You're bringing these energies up the spine, right? Over your head area. And here, this your upper lip, right? Or just over your area. Here, that's the divine feminine. You're on exhalation, you bring these energies down back to your tailbone area. Their tailbone area has been hexed and hacked. Alien implants, right? That's the tailbone tails. We all been like, we have trackers, tags, all these devices. Now it's even put to infants and children, right? With that force thing going on, okay? And boom, 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 right? And this all needs to be, again, addressed, arrested on a interstellar galactic level. That's why the Galactic Council, and that's why humanity, who are embodying their planetary logos, right, or star seeds, and light workers and star warriors and so on, right? We are making the change. We are the change we want to see in the world. And understand we are here in a visible, we're in a visible spectrum. But what is more important, there's anti-particle invisible world, right? That for starseeds is very important. We're working with these energies, like I showed you guys, very beautiful energies of the violet flame, even on that 15 dimension, right? The blue flame here, whether it's the 10D, I represent the 10D Stargate in Kashmir, okay? And we are also resurrecting the portals in Iran, Iraq, and all this genocidal agenda there through the golden eagle grid that has been hijacked by the fallen angelics. They're supposed to be seraphim, they're supposed to be ascended masters, and they're black magicians, right? They are the elite, and they're in DARPA, whether in the US corporation or in CCP, right? The communist China, in DARPA, and so that all needs to be addressed. And so we are the representative of the Ashtar Galactic Command, and we're putting everything under the divine law, under the law of one, universal laws. That's why 13 principles, right? 13 principles of natural laws, guys, very important to aligning yourself. You can because we're energy, we're sound, light, frequency, vibration. So these are all the natural laws, right? That we have to align ourselves. And I was introducing you to the book, The Light Shall Set You Free. So this is, again, Ascension Glossary, Lisa Renee, the 13 principles of natural laws, right? It's part of the New Earth jurisdiction, the credo for the New Earth jurisdiction, because we're dealing with MK Ultra, we're dealing with alien abductions, we're dealing with oligarchs, we're dealing with satanists, with Luciferians, these Luciferians, Templars, right? And my soul group, they're star seeds, they're supposed to be the Christos warriors. They are the Christos Templars, and they've been hijacked, they have been polluted, okay? They're the property of DARPA, and or under the military industrial complex, and then they're just executing the agenda of those negative aliens. They're just walking AI in the battlefield, and then they're put into prison, or they're homeless, or they're put to death, okay? So that's why reading energies is extremely important, because we're frequency vibration, right? And like we talk about the red wave frequency, right? We don't want to be looping in the 1, 2, 3, right? We want to go to 4, that's the green, and 5, that's the light blue, and 6, right? That's 4, 5, 6, that's the being here in the physical plane, soul and body. That's the second harmonic universe. We're helping humanity with the transition. At the same time, people have to start connecting to these cosmic rays of creation, not like, oh, now you're gay. No. Understanding the frequency, vibration, whether scientifically or tuning in, right? Doing the inner work and feeling the energy. It's all about feelings, feeling your feelings, and these negative emotions needs to be embraced, addressed, and transformed, transmuted, healed through compassion, through forgiveness, through the 5D protocol from Telos, right? Walking those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude. Very important. That's how we overcome and override the agenda of those negative aliens, the one world order or the new world order, right? Of that's the negative structure. Those are the the fallen angelics. I mean, the Draco kind of federation, right? The Black Rock and these corporations, right? They're masquerading like they're the charismatic kind of structures, but they are draining resources, draining our energy. It's full of lies, deceptions, full of poison, right? With all these chemtrails and nanobots and biosensors, and they're weaponizing us, okay? And the 5G towers, Wi-Fi, right? All this indoctrination, violent religion, fluoride in the water. I mean, that's why the guys, they enter military, and that's the HELL. It's very satanic, and it's very demonic energies that they're entering into, and some of them are highly advanced souls, and that's how they become then psychopaths. That they become dissociative, and they have horrible side effects of it. And we are addressing it from all the levels, because we are multidimensional. We have to address it not only in the physical body, in the physical plane, in a 3D, but on a soul level, and for our star seeds, even on that monetic level, right? So get your galactivation going. So there's already 7 8 and 9 dimensions. So it was very important to work with the violet flame, to do the healing, the Reiki, right? This solfeggio tone, healing music with the frequency, right? You know what it adds to the structure of the water, right? You know, and Tesla tower, Tesla energy, right? The free energy technology, that there's everything is science beyond sacred geometry. And when you listen to 432 hertz, right? Or that's also for DNA transmission is, I think, I forgot it's 536 or something like that. So hertz, right? We have to, that's how we heal and heal our DNA, because in military with the splitter technology, they are attacking your DNA, the God code, the tetrahedron, the platonic solids in your blood, right? In your DNA, in your bone marrow, in your bones, in your I told you how they get into that central nervous system, right? The opening your chakras through LSD, all kinds of drugs, right? So-called initiations. And you know, then you have addictions and negative entities, possessions, and the body becomes dark portals, you know, for these demonic entities. Instead of you being the column of light shining bright, that's why we came here to harmonize these energies and helping my soul group to exit the structure of those negative aliens, of that phantom matrix, right? And that's why we talk about, you know, the exopolitics, the agenda of those negative aliens. We talk about ascension, right? And doing homework, you know, the inner work, the transformational work each and every day here for ashram, buying yourself flowers. I have my candles all day, all night. My Holy Mother, Divine Mother, the candle was kind of, it was lit up. That was lit up, and that was the November 8th, right? Very powerful numbers. And so today we have the 9th, and it's leading into the 11/11. So very important to like channel these energies, stabilize the cosmic energies, at the same time transforming, transmuting the universal shadow, right? So this is the Heroes Gamos technology. That's why me being friends, or you know, kind of close to my soul group, I can, because they are hooked to the beast machine, right? The military, that's the military, the Nibiran military bases with all this red trident, the satellites, right, with the black cube technology, the moon also as a satellite, what is it, transmissions, right? Frequency transmissions for mind control and false magnetism. And there are they are the colonies, like, right, or military bases on moon, Mars, and so on, right? Even Saturn and Pluto. I have it correctly, yeah, Saturn and Pluto. So you know, this because of the satellites and the black magicians, and like I also the black cube technology, the red wave frequency. You can find everything on the website, or I go through these terms in my project for DARPA. And then you have these black women or witches, right, with this voodoo and witchcrafting, and everything is hacked, and their DNA is hacked, and the sexuality has been perverted, right? And instead of being devoted to Holy Mother, Divine Mother, like the Rosicrucians, the Christos Templars, right? They're involved in child sex trafficking, in pedophilia, and they themselves been raped. And you know, it's mirroring whatever the AI is showing them in their brain, because they've been severely mind controlled, right? Direct programming. They don't really have time to think. They don't really have time to realize what really happened to them, because they are their frequency been kept in extremely low frequency vibration through poison. And let me see, do I have it? So this is the gallbladder meridians being hijacked, right, in the military through the CCP jabs, right? So you can study the gallbladder meridians, how it runs. And this is the SPE, the suppressor parasite entities, right? How it invades your gallbladder meridian, and it seeps through your cellular density, and that's how they hijack your brain, and then do all this monitoring, right? Brain mapping, you know, and even the AI is actually training the human mind, right? If for the archonic deception strategy, for the archonic deception behavior. So those guys become automatons, they become robots, they become you know, terrorists, you know, or cyborgs, right? With all this skeletonics, robotic, cybernetics, So we need to bring that into divine justice through the, galactic codex, through the natural laws, the law of one, the cosmic sovereign law, and we manifest these energies, right? We work with the sound. So it's very important to address that. So the archonic genetic engineered entities, right? Very important. That was from September 2023 till January and so on, or February or March. I've been dealing. I've been constantly because I'm hooked to internet of all things, right? They kind of abducted me on, I would say, on the astral plane, doing all kinds of, like I said, experimentation. Then in January 2013, they wanted to probably liquidate my body, right? There was a Marine officer in a school of massage doing, he was an instructor. He was doing massages on me and black magic and all this sex magic, right? And when you are then trying to pull yourself out of there, go to a normal life, I was very honest with everything, that I'm married. I don't even know what Marines are. I saw the dark energies, but through the guys, the way they operate, right, and the sex magic, they take upon your energy, right? So it's like, they're stealing my energies. Okay, so there's lots of misinformation, and also the way women think is different the way that men think, right? So there's lots of, and it's also with the military, it's like a one-way communication. You really cannot tell them anything. Don't talk about, right, the military. Don't talk about DARPA, or don't talk about the military intelligence, or don't talk about the CIA, the FBI, or just like, we need to address that. We're the ambassadors here, we're the galactics here, we're the star seeds. We're here on a CHRISTOS mission, and we're ending cycle to the genocidal agendas, right, to the agenda of those negative aliens. That all needs to be brought to divine justice on a cosmic level, galactic level, right? So here in this planetary system. So very important to understand that, that's and how it's been actually here, the life of humanity and of this planet, how it all been invaded and hybridized and all upside down, right? Where are the values, ethics, and morals, right? And also with prayers, with meditation. Where are these peace treaties with those Native Americans? Instead of poisoning them and putting them in death camps or reservations, right? The young generation is start practicing the sacred ceremonies, right? Or the sacred rituals of their those ancient ones, right? In that Native American tradition, and they have connection to star people, star nations, right? So they're activating their codes from their lineages, right? I am yoga. I'm a yogi. So and they were trying to make transhuman and satanist or cabal or terrorist or assassin out of me, right? Because my soul group, my star seeds, they've been drafted to those dark projects, to those black ops. So that needs to be addressed. That needs to be acknowledged. Very important. And we have to work with these energies, and we have to transmute these energies, and needs to be brought into divine justice. That's why creating the High Council, the Galactic Council, the New Earth government, right, is very important, with the New Earth jurisdiction, following the law of one, the natural laws, the Galactic Codex, or the universal laws, right? And with the golden rule, right? This is extremely important, to be free cosmic galactic citizens instead of being slaves here. Okay, and the social security, and you have your passport, and it needs to be chipped, or you need to be chipped, right? And mind control, and work like slaves, and then lived in 15-minute cities. I mean, that all needs to be addressed in a huge big way. So that's why we have to build this new exopolitics arena. This is kind of where I am coming from, in order to finally make peace and have these humanitarian projects going. those who came here on that CHRISTOS mission, and the CHRISTOS Star family. We have the CHRISTOS Star projects here for my soul group and for the elite, right, for the cabal, for the Nazis, and especially the Ashtar now, right, the treaties with DARPA, and having these retreat centers, and the ashram, right, the yoga centers, the meditation centers, Zen gardens, and so on. Also taking care of Mother Earth, Mother Nature, recycling, permaculture, right? Everything is in the cosmic leadership, right? New school system, of course, the new medicine, like the holistic medicine, that should be number one, and chanting and sound bath healing, and that's what needs to be restored, because it's nothing new under the sun. In Atlantis, in Lemuria, ancient Egypt, right? This all been normal in Tibet, Nepal, right? These beautiful monasteries, and doing yoga poses and exercises and Tai Chi or Qigong. That should be part of our everyday lives, and sharing our gifts and talents, and really understanding, knowing who we truly are, right? And forming these communities with ETs, right? Some of us, we are the ETs, and remember, there's also civilization in the inner earth. So we're definitely not alone. We're expanding our consciousness. We're multidimensional beings, and we have to build the entire new infrastructure based on mathematics, right? 144 harmonics, right? 432 hertz. Okay, and aligning with the law of one. So this was kind of, my introduction. I said I wanted to talk about the 3D ego mind, how that all needs to be resolved and dissolved. Very important, right? That's the Lam, Vam, Ram. Those are the Lam. That's this your first chakra. So level 1, that's the unconscious. It's like a hard drive. Consciousness enters physical body. So that's your first chakra, root chakra, right? Connection, reconnection, but also if it's running negative vibes, that's the fear, right? And all these attachments to this world, and all this consumerism and materialism, right? And just being obsessed with the body. So that's just not the way to go. And so how slowly and surely, right, embodying the virtue of our souls, or calling upon our soul. We're here on SOS missions, save our souls, instead of being hooked to AI, and merging with clone. You want to merge with your higher self, with your eternal self, and that's why we are doing the cosmic work here on earth in these physical bodies. Okay, so the second layer, that's your second chakra, instinctual desires, addiction, emotional processor, default program. It means our emotions now should be actually processed through our heart, not through that sexual organs, and having with all these addictions and being on drugs and medications, right? This is not the way to go. And that's VAM, right? That's the Bija mantra VAM, and that's the orange, right? That needs to turn into gold. Healing sexuality in military, right? It's yanakalai.com/about. So, sacred ceremonies, sacred marriage, right? Feeling your worth. We talk about the Ram, that's the solar plexus, right? Start feeling your worth. That's the yellow color, the solar plexus, and that's your conscious mind. And unfortunately, we've been programmed here, right? And it's been desecrated. So the soul, and especially in the military, those guys with all these addictions and MK Ultra and alien implants, alien mind control, they have a hard time to bring the soul essence into their core, right? We talk about the core, that's your solar plexus, and into your heart. So start tapping, right? We have energy medicine, energy philosophy, psychology, right? And working with meridians, and especially taking care of that gallbladder meridian, and even triple warmer, and so on. And then you know that we talk about also the fingers, right? They're representing space. Okay, so this is the space, this is the air, fire, water, and earth, right? And also the exotonal alignments, it has connection with meridians, right? So we start with chakra 4, right? Then chakra 7, chakra 10, chakra 1, chakra 5, right? So, and this is the left side of the body, so that's the divine feminine. It's running counterclockwise, and this is the divine masculine. This is the right side of the body, right? And we have the 3rd chakra, 6th chakra, 9th chakra. This is the 2nd chakra, and this is the 5th chakra. And we are merging these chakras, energies, dimensions together here, right? And that's how we connect to 11 dimension, 12 dimension. That's your Hara line, and this is the 12D avatar divine human. This is the new angelic divine luminous race here in this new earth, right? That is forming as we're ascending to the harmonic universe. Number 2 being the soul embodied personality. So working with the, unfortunately this is the shadow, right? But healing from abuse, healing from trauma, from all this shock and devastation, whatever is stored in the unconscious mind, right? Or in the subconscious mind, just embrace it. Be thankful, be grateful, instead of freaking out and shoving it under the carpet, right? We need to embrace it, we need to heal it. And those who transcend it, totally the first 3 chakras, or who are in their heart speaking their truth, their higher sensory perceptions are open, right? Embodying the 7D, those are the divine angelic divine luminous beings of the new earth, right? With this new governmental structure, the star seeds, the divine angelic, the light workers, okay, and the gatekeepers, the star gates, that those are communicating with Pleiadian family, Syrian family, Icturian family, right? Who are helping, they're helping humanity with the ascension in the visible spectrum. I'm dealing with those, we're dealing with those negative aliens. So we need to go into anti-particle chakras, right? Into the invisible spectrum, because we're dealing with Hydra, we're dealing with Octopus, we're dealing with the Draco Federation, we're dealing with the Chimera group, those are the Arachnoids, we're dealing with Zetas, we're dealing with Grace. Even the Zeta, that's the 4D, right? They're still obeying the agenda of the Archons, right? The Orion group, and that's, we talk about the AD, the Orion constellation, right? So whatever here, we talk about we have the divine feminine, right? And how the feminine energies, they talk about the negative polarity, right? The masculine energy, the positive polarity. In the anti-particle world, it shifts, it changes. The divine feminine is positively charged. The divine masculine in the anti-particle world is negatively charged. And that's why we talk about, the polarity integration, right? We talk about the North America, South America merging together in that AD, in your sacred heart. This is how, under the Galactic Codex, right? Under the Law of One. And, we are the cosmic beings here bringing these teachings to humanity, to people of the earth, for their deprogramming, for their healing, for their resurrection and reencodements of their DNA, their elemental kingdom, elements, right? We talk about also, like I said, the earth, the water, the fire, the air, the space, the metal, right? So, and with the platonic solids, so understanding these structures is very important. That's how we expand our consciousness, and we are bringing the true teachings of the Ascended Masters, not what was hijacked and it was demonized and put here into the entire infrastructure, right, of that kind of Nazi Draco Federation Nazi party, right, and forming all these club and secret society of the negative faction, right? They distorted the teachings of the Rosicrucians. They distorted the teachings of Madame Blavatsky, right? The negative ones, the black magicians, right? They distorted the teachings of the Ascended Masters of the Himalayan mountains. So that's what, those are the spiritual family, who are the yogis, right? We are bringing the true teachings back online. We are doing all these corrections and making sure, the negative energy is being arrested and brought into divine justice, right? That's why the new earth jurisdiction, justice will be served. And you know, in galactic codex, whether galactic trials or even cosmic trials, because this is, like I said, multidimensional. We're dealing with the universal shadow. That's the red trident. And we're here asking people, humanity, to work on their personal shadow, right? On the then ancestral lineages, okay? Because we all been hybridized, right? Or the monarchs, or the royalty here, right? I mean, actually, in Yeshua, he's a royalty. He's a, Pharaoh. What I wanted to say, he's a pharaoh with Akhenaten, right? Anunnaki. I'm going to go to library, print out the picture, and that's why we all have to kind of work together. It's all about frequency vibration. You know, I'm Draco, I'm hybrid Anunnaki, I'm Nephilim, right? And you know, Solar Rishi, this is my true spiritual family. So we came here, you know, for the warriors from Shambhala, Shangri-La, from Mountain Kailash, right? We came here to you know, resurrect the new codes for the new earth, and you know, for the new infrastructure, and so people can free themselves, liberate themselves under the Constitution of 1776, or this new earth jurisdiction, right? Everything is energy, sound, light, frequency, vibration, be soul, embodied personality. That's why don't be afraid of that shadow, and those who, you know, resolve it within themselves, right? Because we all have inner conflicts, kind of Jian thing going on, right? These are, you know, this new they are the forerunners for the you know, running the new infrastructure on this planet, and of course cooperating with other nations, star nations in other planets as well, right? So very important, this is the 2D to second dimensional walls of separation, right? The instinctual mind, all this unworthiness, shame, guilt, lack of trust, self-doubt, betrayal, abandonment, you know, anger, rage, fear, entrapment, enslavement, that all needs to be addressed and embraced, acknowledged, and heal and transform. That's why I have the project for the military, for MC, for the Marines, right? Running all these reversals. And the 3D houses of ego, right? The conscious mind, that's because they have addiction, all this addiction, lust, wrath, rage, vengeance. They're very good in vengeance. Greed, avarice, envy, jealousy, right? If you want to form a beautiful relationship, family, children, and so on, right? You need to start feeling your worth. You need to embody strong inner core, the solar plexus, in your heart, freeing yourself from that Zeta seals and from that 666 Templar alien implants, okay? And I know it sounds weird, it's in that invisible world, but and also the Tower bubble as well, but me as a starseed, as a yogi, I experience these frequency vibrations, how it's damaging your DNA, how it's damaging your mind, your mental body, is damaging your brain, your neurotransmitters, right? How it's messing up with your dopamine, serotonin, and endocrine, and so on, how it's polluting and damaging your pineal gland, your pituitary gland, you know, your hypothalamus. And so I experienced all that. My mind was weaponized. I was supposed to be electrocuted. This entire body was desecrated and was supposed to be get rid of, okay? But I'm walking because of the highly advanced technology of the benevolent ETs. Yeah, we are overriding Hydra. That was done by Hydra. And you know, these military bases, the St. Mary's, Georgia, right? And this hooked to these alien bases and these underground tunnels, and to Montauk, New York, and their facilities on Moon and Mars. So this all needs to be embraced and addressed. And gluttony, waste, laziness, discouragement, pride, and all this kind of self-importance, right? Make sure you're positively charged. We talk about 3 subtle forces, right? The black goo, the black forces, right? The yellow forces, so turning into yellow, very important. And then of course we have the neutrality, very important to be in that 0 point divine neutrality, third person, when you observe and watch with compassionate heart. And that's a training, right? The Ascension is a training. Being a master of your energies is a training, you know, invocation of the violet flame. So again, I'll be working, or I'm still working working on the 12D Ascension protocol from the Star family, from Aurora races, right? It's for my soul group. It is from Andromeda, okay? It's because I am here assigned for this particular project. And so, you know, that's why I'm doing those videos. And again, thank you so much for watching. Oh, here we have to get rid of the virus. That's the victimizer software programming. It is enemy patterning, and it is service to self, all this jealousy and selfishness, and it's a fear-based mindset, all this fear, all these implants, all these fragmentations, right? I thought I was going to talk about it, but it's a very sensitive subject, and it's the soul fragmentation. I will address it next time because I have to, because for my project and the work that I do, okay? And we have AI levels of programming used to weaponize attacks against other species instead of, you know, embracing each other's differences and having nice peaceful talk, right? Maybe smoking a pipe of peace and so on. Everybody's fighting, and all this division, whether religion, politics, are you red, are you blue, or are you Nazi or conservative, and so on. Instead of being soul embodied, we are actually replicating the AI of those negative aliens. We're replicating, we are actually simulate, we are demonstrating it, we are copying. Instead of being so realized, we're under their attack, we're under their slavery, we're under their black magic influence, right? And the red cube technology is from the WISA system, the WISA AI weapon, and this AI red wave global electromagnetic weapon for directing psychological warfare tactics. We're in psyops here. The 3D matrix, it's psyops. In order to derail, confuse, or insert implanted thoughts. Some of the thoughts, you think that boy who was only 20 or so, he like computers, right? He was bullied pretty much all the time. You know who I'm talking about. He was born in very dysfunctional families. Look at his parents. They all work for an insurance company, right? Probably they all got this, living close to 5G towers. And all he wanted to do is play football with his classmates. But because, you know, I guess he didn't smell properly, BO. He didn't probably look properly with his eyes. He was a very sensitive soul, and he ended up on a roof of a building shooting, right, at somebody, right? And he himself then ended up with blown up head, because we all been weaponized. Those are psychological operations. They're inserting, implanting thoughts into our brain through, you know, if you drink Coca-Cola, if you eat GMO food, if you got this. The DARPA has the technology. Oh, you're born, you're in this kind of family, you have all this dysfunction, you're of that kind of Draco soul. Here we go. This is how we can implant you, and all these Rockefeller, right, advertisements, and BlackRock, which is the Draco empire, okay? And this is what they do with all these implants designed for genetic modification and mind control, right? And with all these, cybernetics, and with all these satellites and so on, we need to address that. We cannot just see on everything has to do with the body and what the papers and the documents. That's only one part of it. We are 99%, we are 99.9% energy. We are sound, light, frequency, vibration. That's why with the stars we have to embrace, and we address the entire structure, right? What is happening in each hologram, in each situation, in all these psyops and black ops, and is what is happening in military, and we have to decipher everything. And that's why I have the project, and we're exposing the corruption in the military sector with all these recruitments and with all these aliens, machinery and their AI and their implants, holographic inserts, and all this abuse, violence, torture, and rape. And you know, we're the Starseeds warriors, and this is kind of what we came here to do. So I hope, guys, you're having a great weekend. Wishing you all the best, many blessings, and namaste. Bye-bye.